Good everybody. Good everybody. Good everybody. Good. Come on in the class. Come on in the class. Today is Sunday morning, November 5th. Actually, it's November 4th. Just playing with you. People should be in church. It doesn't matter what church building you are. A church is still supposed to be a church. And Jesus never operated in buildings. Remember, Jesus was the building. He was the head cornerstone. And anytime you have a head cornerstone, that means that's the building. But the head cornerstone needs to be at the bottom too, which is the what? The rock of salvation. The foundation of the church is built on Christ and not on the opinions or money of people. Don't really gotta say too much on today's class, but hey, the silver and gold have I not, but give I as I give unto you that in the name of Jesus. Take up your bed and walk, but some people don't get up, so they have to be picked up. What am I saying, everybody? You notice I'm playing Michael Jackson, and this is supposed to be class. You're playing music in class. Well, this is your professor speaking. And quite frankly, I'm a little ticked. No, just playing around. Playing. Like you're supposed to do with children. Not hit them. Not hit children. You don't punch them in the face. Or punch them at all. You don't smack them. You can wrestle with them out of joy and having fun. You have to have pure joy in order to have fun. That means you have to be joy in order to have fun. You have to be joy in order to be God's wife. Because right about now, a lot of the people that God has met that are women ain't got joy. They ain't got nothing on joy. Really. So if God was to get married to somebody, you would look for a woman that is joyful, right? A woman that ain't always contentious. The Bible even says this. Better, let's modify it right quick. I mean, we're not changing. We just modifying to fit this time. It says, it's better to be in a tent by yourself than to be in a house with a contentious woman. That means it's better to be homeless than be on the street with a woman named Joy. Right? Because the joy of the Lord gives you strength, right? But people looking to be in a house, and it's supposed to be theirs, but they got a contentious woman in there, and they beating up on them, or her, or it, or whatever, who is. Because whoever you are, you're not an it. You're not it. You're a person. And no matter if you're rich or poor, it doesn't matter. It's all about what's in your heart. So we're dealing with a time where people need to remember the time when they fell in love. See, I can use this, like Michael Jackson music, to minister to a lot of people. A lot of people don't remember when they fell in love. Why? Because fake love calls you when you're doing something. What? They keep calling you to interrupt you. And how many times you say, not answering the call, baby? Then, what? They text you. Why? Because anybody that's ministering the word of God will know when the devil is trying to distract you. And when the devil is trying to distract you, they don't want you to do your job. You're supposed to be a minister or a ministress. They constantly text you back and forth. They constantly do things. What? To throw you off. Like asking for things they have access to already. What's the point of your message, Kevin? Well, the asking of the question is this. I know you look good and all, but baby, what class of human are you? What class of human? What rank of human are you? What rank of human are you? What's the point about what I'm saying? Because no matter what class you're in, you're a human. And the one thing people forget, You're made in God's image and likeness. Y'all need to like this one, men and women. But if you men don't want to hear it, or you women don't want to hear it, get out and don't come back to my classroom anymore, because I'm about to say something. It ain't about the color of your skin. It ain't about what you got in your pants. That's a lie. It is about what you got in your pants. You a man. If you're a man and you're a woman, if you're a woman, ain't no business a woman trying to be a man and a man trying to be a woman. That's how it is. And there is no filter, because y'all drink a whole lot of stuff that ain't got no filter and it's messing with you. You taking a whole lot of stuff that ain't got no filter and it messes with you. Why? Because y'all trying to put people in the class. Second class. First class. Private class. Rank. What's up, private? Excuse me? My name is Joy, and I ain't no private. I'm actually a commander. What are you saying? What would you say to that? And if a man just come up to you, what's up, private? Can I get your attention? Can you get my attention for a minute? You see what I'm saying? Why? Because we got a lot of people, both men and women, that are out of order. I mean, they're defying God's order. A man belongs with a woman, and a woman belongs with a man. But if a man got a woman's heart, that's good. Just as long as he don't dress like one or act like one. A woman can have a man's heart, but don't dress like one or act like one. What's the point of this situation? I normally teach with my glasses on, but somebody's watching me, and they about to feel everything I'm saying. It don't matter. It don't matter if your hair turned gray. It don't matter if you blacker than crispy black. The fact is, it's all about the condition of your heart. That if you love somebody so much that they make you cry, or you love somebody enough to let them go and let them fly like an eagle, and then they soar, even though they're sitting down, then no matter what they do, you know eventually they'll always come back to you. You know what I'm saying? If they die to themselves and put themselves in somebody's hands that's trying to kill them or kill everybody around them, and God promises you, you say, hey, if you watch through the window, I tell you, you will see the fact is that's your husband or that's your wife. Because in the middle of it, what? If you are married to somebody, they should do nothing but bring you pure joy. And how do you know they're the one? Well, that's the point. They're the one. You act just alike. You do things just alike. You do things just alike. Why? Because you're one. Not this one. I just want you, but I'll make love to you like you want me to. And I'll hold to you tight. Baby, all through the night, I'll make love to you. Now, girl, hey, that's an it. Hey, fact, it. Are you saying I'm an it? It? It's it? It's pieces? You want a piece of it? Oh, no, baby. That ain't happening. No. Right? You will begin to mimic the very woman or man that you are one with. And y'all only got to do what? Kiss. And it's a pure kiss. And that kiss will tell you everything about a person. Right? That if you're willing to be intuitive about them and pick a ring finger, when they say, I got 10 fingers on my hand. Right? And you do this. And you put up the other hand. And they do this. And they pick the ring finger. Because you're thinking about, hey, I want to test and see how intuitive she is. You pick a ring finger. And you sit and she do it. You're like, huh, but nothing really surprises you. But for the first time in history, you got the surprise that a woman picked the very finger that you set up. But to marry her. And then you test her again. You say, okay, I'm going to give you whatever you want. And then she said, well, what do you want? I want a kiss. But when you kiss, you're not and then from that moment, what happens? That's the kiss that sets off a chain reaction. of events. Literally, it's been a whole lot of earthquakes going on as of a certain day in the fall of a certain 10. It's like 18, 8-10. Ew. So what am I saying? I found somebody, and they're miles away. That person already knows what it is, and they're like, that's my song. I like that song. Or the way you make me feel. Yeah. You really turn me on. You knock me off of my feet now, baby. My lonely days are gone. For the first time in my life, when it comes to a woman, I don't feel lonely. You know why? I did find a good soldier. I did. I sure did. He's a soldier of the Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. A real one. That's not afraid to do what's right. To follow orders. To obey unto death. That even if she die in some man's hands, she'll do what God said. And until he says, you better leave him when I come get you. Because a real man come gets his wife. Or his wife. Or his wife. Or his wife. His wife. His wife. His wife. Why? How do you know a real man is a man? They won't call themselves a man. They will call somebody by their name. You know what I mean? But sometimes they would say, hello, sir. How you doing? Hello, ma'am. How you doing? Hey, girl. Hey. 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 Why? Because the person I found is just as goofy as I am. And it's so goofy, it's scary. Why? What's the point? I'm mimicking the very person that is the one for me. So, if you can't handle the goofiness, if you can't be a child, if you can't act or dance or model or be photogenic all in one, work with kids, and how would you say no, when to say no? You know what I mean? How do you know you're the one? Well, you're willing to let somebody make the decision. A man should always make a decision in the household. That's the way God sets it up. And sometimes the woman is the support. But sometimes the support tries to be the head. When you have a head that ain't supporting nobody, what? They die. Because when that neck breaks, it's all over. What am I saying? A woman supports a man by letting the man make decisions. And in the end, that man supports the woman. Why? Because in the end, without a head, you can't have a neck. And without a neck, you can't have a head. If you ain't got a head and neck, you ain't got no body. Ooh. Ain't no need to worry about what the sun's going to bring. Because it's going to be all over in the morning. What am I saying? Well, there's a woman out there. She is pure joy. She is like joy in human form. And people expect her to be like whatever. But see, sometimes even a black queen can shine the brightest. Even though a husband that looks at her is, light skinned. Or, they can just see each other in each other's eyes. Because you always have white and brown and then a black eye. You know what I'm saying? I did it right there. A black eye. Because no matter what people do, If they hit you, that ain't your husband. That ain't your wife. And whoever puts their hands on you or enters into you forcefully or stays on you forcefully is not your husband or your wife. Keeps calling you when you're working. You know what I'm saying? When a man works, he has to take care of his family. And even though he's labeled as disabled, no matter if he sends a nice little stipend, he still uses his great mind and still take care of his kids. Because a lot of y'all don't know that so-called family had me on disability because I believe in Jesus. That Jesus talks to me like Mike Pence does. So if you're saying that I belong in John George Psychiatric Hospital in San Leandro, California, that they force medication on me because I have the right to refuse medication under, healthy remedies. I prefer not adult medication, but, medicine, the Word of God, in which the only thing that healed me. So what are you saying, Mr. Kevin? Well, my joy is what? I'm saying my joy. That's my joy. My joy is what keeps me alive. It's what keeps me breathing and moving. Why? Because the minute I lose joy, or am about to lose her, I'm going to make sure I'm dropping everything I'm doing and take her to the greatest hospital up north. Why am I saying this, people? You have to understand this. If a person that you're with is not making you happy all the time, and you're not loving them all the time, that no matter if you break up or you never get into like a verbal engagement relationship, but you're still happy when you think about that person, even though they're hurt that they left, but you're still happy that they left. Why? Because they keep their commitment. So what is my point? That no matter who you get with, if they don't mirror every single last detail, that ain't the one. Really? This is Professor Sugar Cook. I make this diagnosis that up. Quite frankly, I can see. You're the one for me. Yeah, so what am I saying, people? Stop looking at the glasses. Everybody, the one you're looking for, women, has to first find you. It can be on a phone app. It could be at a park. It could be at a marina. It could be at a marina and a park. It could be like in a car without having sex first. Yeah, it can be anywhere. Why? Because eventually you'll cross paths like in high school, running track. And y'all both so dingbat it that you just walk off from each other. He lets you walk and you walk. Or what? You just meet each other over the phone and find out you met each other back then. And then you just keep meeting up until that final moment when you meet and you'll never part ways again. And they say, we both decide to be together. We decide. And that comes to this nation. We decide. We, the people of the United States of America, decide who is the president of the United States and not the U.S. government. Why? In the end, everybody is in the same class. But everybody that is to the left goes into condemnation. And everybody that's to the right into everlasting life. Prepare for you by my Father. Who's your daddy? So my question is, are you left wing or are you right wing? Because either way you can fly. Because you both need two wings in order to fly. Like, Kevin, you keep switching this up. Yeah, you need a white head, even though she's black. What am I saying? I keep switching it up because it's no matter who you are. If you run a race, you'll finish it together. And the race is never finished until you finish it together. But those that choose not to cross the finish line, they're the ones that did not finish. And they get an F in God's kingdom. But there's always a makeup test. is always another what? Race. Another race? Racist? Or black race? Or white race? Or Mexican race? Or human race? Human. Woman, man, women, men. No matter what you do, you can't get rid of each other by trying to be somebody else. Be yourself. Be yourself. And Josh, just stop doing it. Just stop doing it. Just stop doing it. Just don't do it. Just stop doing it. And you'll see if that person's the one for you. Why? Because you can wait. But sometimes I can't help but wait till you get back with him. It don't change, can't help but wait till you see that with me it ain't gonna change, can't help but wait till you see you for what you really are. Baby girl, you are a star, and I can't help but wait till I can hear your heart crying out for me. Baby, I can't help but think about you lately. All things that you done been through with him. Why? Because a person that's connected to you will understand the song that I just spoke. Right, because they understand you. And like, please don't judge me, and I won't judge you. Because it can get ugly before it gets beautiful. Well, because at the end, it will get beautiful. It'll look ugly to other people that you belong with that person. But at the end, it'll be beautiful. Why? Because no matter what you say, if that's not the one, everything you say right now is going to be used in another fight. And you've been through this so many times. Can they change the subject? They're going to start asking you questions like, what are you doing? Where are you? What job do you have? Why are you working there? I don't like you working there. Do something else. When are you going to get up? When are you going to go out? When are you going to do something? Why? You're constantly asking the same question, which means you're with somebody, or you're doing somebody, or you're with somebody you're doing. Why? You don't need to ask your spouse any questions if you what? Trust them. Because if you don't trust them and they said they trust you, that means you don't really trust them because you doing something you ain't got no business doing. That's right. You giving somebody the business, baby. But your business actually went bankrupt. And you got somebody like fronting you money, or they're convincing you to pay them, and they're supposed to be a man, and you in their house that they had to forge signatures, or you're in a woman's house and which you had to say you're the man, or you just don't know which way it's gonna go. Why? At the end, if somebody is controlling you in an evil way, that they don't let you help them make decisions. Yeah, a woman stands in front of a man. It's true. God looks to the man because the man is supposed to stand up for his wife, his queen. That even when she do wrong, he's supposed to defend her. And the woman the same. Because why? Trading places. Why? Because some people need to trade places, but don't need to trade hearts. So what are you saying? Well, I always like the Queen of Spades. You know, a card game. I always like the Queen of Spades. When she's really an ace and not a joker. But in her heart, she makes a lot of jokes. Like me. Yeah, how you doing? Joker here. Looking for this Harley Quinn, but Harley Quinn is way out west. You know what I'm saying? Or is she out east? Or she's east and west because, you know, they're one. One can be out east and the other one can be out west. You can be in Africa and you're all the way in America. Or you could be in California and he's all the way in South Carolina. So where do you really need to move then? Well, you're in the South, you're in California. So why not move to Los Angeles? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That sounds good. That sounds real good. Terribly good. But why stay in the South when you can go to Paris? Or you can go to Hawaii? Or you can go to Mexico? Or you can go all over the world? Because you deserve it. You know? You deserve it. You really deserve it because you give me joy. You know what I'm saying? If you're married to someone, everybody, that person should give you joy. And not try to make an aminos, when really they're an ammo. They're ammo against you. That means no matter what you do, they're always going to be pointing the finger at you when they're the ones doing wrong. No, that's out. That's not bad. You know what I'm saying? You catch them more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times with the same person. Yeah. Preach on. You catch them each time with the same person. But what they don't know is they set themselves up for failure. And when the two come together, whoever they are, the world will know it. And the world that they once knew is over. But that world will be left behind. And this world will, it'll begin. And they'll have a name that everybody will hate. Why? There's not a name that mankind gave them, but God. So God chooses your name. So what class are you in? Well, if you're in this school, doesn't matter what class you're in. You're all the same. But some people just choose to leave the school. Or some people just don't want to enter the school. So what? Just pop out. Drop out. Don't come here no more. But when you're ready, you can come back. That's why. Everybody deserves a second chance. But people sometimes just want to fail. They want other people to fail. But me, I'll never fail. I'll never lie. I'll never beat you. I'll never lie. And if you're evil, which you're not, but when you make a mistake, I'll forgive you by and by for you. If a woman's name is anything, her name would be Joy for me. Because she brings me pure joy. So I say, I would die for you. Hoo-hoo. Tell me if you want me to. I would die for you. Say it one more time. 'Cause baby, you're a star. Ooh. You might not know it now, but you always knew you're on top. Why? Whoever that person is, I don't have to look for her. She may be watching. Hey, she is watching. I got a whole lot of eyes on me. But a king could look through all that phoniness and do this. And be like a nutty professor. Oh yeah, I'll watch your stuff soon. Yes, I'll watch it. You can just look on this screen. Look through a pair of glasses. Sometimes everybody needs a pair of glasses to see clearly through the lines. That when you look, sometimes you don't need glasses. You just look into the one place they always like to take a picture. The eye. Before you kiss somebody, you need to look them in the eye first and see them. And if you're distance apart, you can see them wearing glasses. And and they're in here right at this moment, and they're not your friend, but they're always watching you because the Holy Spirit says, watch him. Watch him. Do I believe that person is in here right now? I know she is. I know she's watching me. And I always feel like somebody's watching me. Why? Why? Why are you being this way, Kevin? Well, this person knows who she is. She already does. Hey, it doesn't matter. What color your skin is. Your soul matters to me. And she could be a church. She could be a person. But she could be a person in a church that they don't look up to, no matter how much she does for kids. They don't put her in leadership. They don't put her anywhere. They use her, even if she's at a church, kids, school. You know what I mean? Like, they mirror each other. So if I was to, let's say, for me, if I was to say, I worked at Boys and Girls Club. Then the woman I work with should work with kids too. But when I was at the Boys and Girls Club, I taught biblical principle, right? Biblical principle, biblical studies, biblical this, but without forcing it on kids, right? So the woman that I would have to be with and want to be with and am with in the spirit already, one in the spirit, why? A promise. What's the promise? Kids. I promise you, I'll give you kids. So, if you're with someone and they don't want to give you a child, but they would just want to have sex with you, that ain't your wife or your husband. Or they make you live in a house that you're supposed to be a man of, and they make you pay rent. That definitely ain't your husband. Kevin, what are you being sincere? Yes. I'm not beating it. I'm beating around the bush to cultivate this woman, to tell her you're not alone. Even though I'm miles away, I'm here with you. And I know you're watching me. And we're two, but we're one. And you know, hey. Like I said, you mirror each other. That even if a person wears glasses and that person don't, they will willingly wear glasses that they don't need. But they need these glasses to remind themselves that sometimes, even with these glasses on, I can see you watching me and having glasses on. And you don't need them no more. Because that left eye can be healed. Like Left Eye Lopez. She was killed unknowingly. But sometimes people blacken your left eye or smack you in your left eye when they ain't got no business putting their hands on you. Or they hit you, and then you have to put them on the ground to stop them from hitting you and not body slam you. Or put you in John George for believing in Jesus. Yeah, like Mike Pence did. So you mean to tell me that if I become, or when I become president, because I am going to become the president one day, that's what I believe. It doesn't matter what you believe about me. I believe that I'm going to become the president of the United States by unanimous vote, and that's Jesus' vote. So what is that? What are you saying, Professor? Well, Professor is saying this, that if I profess to be the president of the United States, and I got faith to leave California, I got faith to go on the road and preach the gospel, and not take 2 coats or nothing, but wear this all the time, that it shouldn't matter what any of y'all got to say about me. Because I believe in my heart, I'm a Master Chief. I'm a Master Chief. Sierra 117, baby. I believe that about myself. That even if I lose on that video game, I'm actually winning. Because why? I'm pushing people to be better. So when kids was at that Boys and Girls Club, we would play and I would be Batman. Because I am Batman. And so I would just play them as Batman. And they could never beat me until they got me down. And I'm like, yes, beat me. But I'm going to act like I don't want you to beat me. Why? Because in the end, you'll never be Batman. even if he goes down. Because when you shoot Batman and kill him, he'll pretend like he's dead. And then he'll get right back up like, ew, you really think that was going to work? Because you're in my class. Hello, everyone. This is the Batman. Just up. Billionaire Kevin Brown. How you doing? I'd like to do business with you today. Oh, Mr. Brown, how you doing? You want to do business, right? Oh, my name's Jack. No, Jack. Jack. Run home, Jack. And don't you come back no more. And I ain't going back. Because technically, I believe I'm Peter Pan. And that woman has to be Tink. Because she's always tinkering off. Like studies have shown. Why? She could be a doctor. And I could just be a goofy, nutty professor. It teaches all kids. Why? Because in the end, right? She'll love this. She'll like it so much she'll click love without even clicking it. That's why. There's somebody watching you. And if anybody loves you, they don't have to watch you to try to see you make a mistake. Ew. How come it feels like somebody's watching me? Hello, folks. This is Bugs Bunny. I think Kevin Brown took that right at Albuquerque because he left Oakland, California and went straight to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bet you didn't know Albuquerque was in New Mexico. So what do? You take that right at Albuquerque and you go to South Carolina, but you don't stop in South Carolina. You go straight up to Washington, D.C. and then out to New York City, baby, where the Statue of Liberty is. Because why? No, man. Everybody likes a squeaky rabbit. My thing is, people, it's about who I believe I am. Because I am that I am. I'm that man. That perfect man. For that perfect woman. But if I leave, I will come back. And I keep coming back. And I keep coming back. And I keep coming. Back to back. Why? Done. I am done with that stuff. I am done. Because it ain't love. It's just hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. Live, right, left. Left that life behind. And there's somebody in that behind life. And it ain't the behind that I'm looking at. It's somebody I left back there that I'm going to go back and get. But I'm going to go back and get a sword first. You hear me? I'm going to go to that place of leadership. And I'm going to get a sword. And I'm going to take that sword. And I'm going to go back there. And whoever I got to fight, I'm going to get to my queen. And I'm going to take her and everybody that helped me out of there. And it ain't that many. Because why? You got to endure it to the end, baby. And if you ain't helping no more, then you were just there for a season. And I will never call you again. Ever. So when you call me, I'll see your number. And I'm just going to be like, decline. Because why? People only call you when they want something. But sometimes the person that don't call you at all, right, will call you in your heart. But sometimes they got to be given away to another. So the real one can be there. And even though that person's the real one too, they need to support somebody else. Because at the end, if I am a man of God, I am a man of God. See? If I am. You say if, I said I am. Then it doesn't matter what people say. Don't listen to what people say. They don't care about you and me. Why is it that they're doing this? because of jealousy, because they don't know what pure love is. Why am I saying this, people? Well, in the end, if your love is not sacrificial, which that means you're not willing to leave, but you willingly leave, or your unconditional love has to be conditioned for a certain point. Or if it's pure enough to just look black. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm light-skinned and that woman is so dark, don't you know I'll be with her and not another light-skinned person? Or she could be dark-skinned and I'll be light-skinned. And hey, just because you're light-skinned doesn't make you the bomb. You're a bomb. It'll blow up in your face. But you can have a dark-skinned woman dressed up like a light-skinned woman. Or a light-skinned woman dressed up as a dark-skinned woman. Why? Because no matter what class you put yourself in, it always comes back to this eye. Because in it, you'll see the screen that they're looking at. And you'll be so in love with that person that you're like, just do it. Just do it. Come get me. I'm convinced. I love you. Now, hurry up. I'm getting tired of this. Why? If a person mirrors you, you'll act just alike. Which means you are good. And you know who I am. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Why? Why am I doing this? Everybody's alike. But not everybody matches. You have to find the one that matches. And a man's supposed to do that. Which means if you get on a dating app and they find you and ask you to hang out with you and you feel comfortable with them, then that's the one, baby. If you get in their car and you never knew them, that's the one, baby. If you're doing intuition, they're the one. Why? You're just alike. And you get both, get a thumbs up and an A. But you want extra credit, right? You want to stay in that lab. You want to stay in that broken relationship. You want to stay. Why? Because you know family means everything. That if somebody got pregnant back then, and you're supposed to be with them, because of Jewish law, it was actually God's law that started in heaven, and then ended up on earth between Adam and Eve, then no matter what you do, if you got that woman pregnant, you got to go back. Even though you want them to stay. But then you let them go. But sometimes you're not supposed to let them go. But understanding the reason why that person left was because that person's committed. And no matter what they say about if you get back with that person, when you do get back with that person, because that's going to happen. Put it like this. If they didn't break that promise then, and they promised to leave that relationship and go and preach this gospel, it's a pinky and the brain promise that I'm coming back for my children. And if I come back for my children and there be opposition in the way, well, just say the U.S. government gonna have a whole lot of fun. And that woman, that promise that I made to, that I'm coming back for you, put it like this, she gonna know. And when she know it, she'll feel it. And she'll take her glasses off. And she'll take them off. Like, if you're wearing glasses right now, and you're the woman, and you know the hints that I gave you, take off your glasses. Take them off. If you can't see with your glasses on, take them off. Good. That person took them off. Why? I can see her. And the glasses went like this. And she's like, oh, snap. Snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. You could, Miss Lady. But you don't have to. You always have me. And at the end, she knows everything. And that's all she needed to hear. Because the first time, she had faith in somebody that can believe in her. And I always believe in her. No matter where she is, I know. And she knows. We can trust each other. Ew. So what do you do to defeat everybody? You trust. You don't trust money. And I don't care if she put them glasses back on. Because right now, I'm going to tell you what this woman's doing. Got you. Why? I can see you. Shadow, if you start cheating, which you ain't going to do, I'm going to see you. I'm like, I see you. Get out of that house. He's going to kill you. When I come get you, take my hand, look at him, take your kids, who are going to be my kids, and we're going to leave. We are leaving. Like, yeah. So what am I saying, people? Whether you're black or white, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. You still bleed red. And if you still bleed red, that means you can turn black or blue. That's why I like the American colors. Star Spangled Banner. Why? I won't ever take a knee on that flag. I won't ever take on the knee that people have been bruised to shed their blood to make this nation clean. But even Jesus shed this blood. This blood. This blood, Jesus shed his blood. So everybody has a right to be clean. So if Jesus would wear American colors, he would wear American colors. Like red and blue first. Like in a lot of those pictures. But then his real garment is white. So, where do you really need to live? Well, that person always wanted to. Yeah.
That dog came out right.
Yeah. What am I saying? Well, the devil just showed up. Ew! Yes, yeah. You're in the right school to show your stuff. Red, white, and blue. I can sing. Can you? Why, people? Because when you're worshiping, or you're singing, or you're preaching the word, the devil will always show up. So, Mr. Brandon A. Brown, would you like to have words? You can text it. You can text it today. You can text in class today, sir. You already did. You already saluted me, which means you know I am Master Chief. You're saluting me. And you're laughing because I am funny. So how about Mr. Brown? How about you tell us, how about you text in class again and tell us how you feel? Or you don't have to text. Either way, you're in my school. And the only way you're going to get out of my school is by leaving. Or when school is over for a session. Mr. Brandon, we're all waiting for your answer. You can text it. Taking a long time to text, sir. You talk a lot in class. You text slow. So you need to follow instructions. and text.
I got 4. You got 4? 6 4. Yeah. You get 6 4? No. Raise your hand.
Yeah. People need to do their research. You know what I'm saying? On this guy. He's supposed to be my brother. But he's putting me in a class lower than him. Why? I ain't gotta have a lot of money to be rich on personality. I would die for everybody than be selfish and just take a job. He's supposed to be called to preach. But what he say? I don't want to do it. Or a woman, I don't want to do it. Why? They just rather do what they want to do. But this soldier in the army became Master Chief today. And put it like this. He's going to get Cortana. And she got a strong mind. He got a strong mind. And both of them in each other. Like, not talking about sexually. If you look at Halo 3, people, talking about a video game. I'm not a rude man. Dude. I'm not rude. I don't use sexually explicit jokes. I always have a meaning about what I say. It's just a pervert will say F you. Because that's what they really want to do. If they want to F you up. They want to F you around. They want to say, I can't even do it. But I did it as an example, but I didn't say it because that word ain't in my vocabulary. It sure ain't. I've never heard you say it. Well, people forced me to say things like putting a curse on me like when I was little. People had seance. You wasn't supposed to do that, especially in front of a mirror. Anytime you don't quote the source, a spirit can enter. And if you say, if there be an evil spirit in this house, let the flame rise. And next thing you know, now tell me, Mr. Brandon, do you remember that? Because I showed you. That must mean there ain't nothing wrong with my memory, like how y'all had me in John George Medical Pavilion. Psychiatric Pavilion. That ain't no medical center. Where they denied my free rights as a Christian to practice alternative medicine. But because I was a Christian and am a Christian and will always be a Christian, they forced meds on me and threatened me that they were going to put me in John George if I don't take meds when the word of God is medicine. And they're like, oh no, he's about to preach. Well, baby, I'm about to preach. Blessed are when men persecute you and speak all manner of evil against you and revile you for my name's sake. Notice, Mr. Brandon has not sent that text message yet. So, when the professor is talking, and my name ain't Xavier or Charles, it's Kevin. And Kevin has some pure joy. White like a diamond. A pure diamond is white. Even though she may be black. But she's really white in heart. And she got a heart of gold, eh? And there's a lot of gold laid up in heaven for you. A lot of gold. And it's going to be on the earth too. What am I saying, people? I'm switching everything around. Because I like her. And she's not a lollipop, but she sure is sweet. Why? At the end of the day, everybody, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when it does. All souls matter to God. And if this soul doesn't want to get right, I'll put him in the hands of Jesus. But at that point, I will not say a word. Because I did everything I was supposed to do on earth. So, what is the point of this message? Either you're left wing or right wing. You need each other. So you should come together. And if you come together for the evil, then you're evil. If you come together for good, you're good. There's always going to be a clash between good and evil. And just because someone is sinful like that, doesn't mean you cut them off. Because even devils came to Jesus and worshipped him. Am I saying you need to worship me? Really? What? What kind of thinking are you thinking? What kind of thinking are you thinking? Really? Are you serious? Don't you know the word? They even worshipped at the feet of the apostles, and what? The apostles said, get up. I'm a man, and I've sinned. But don't you know they even came and worshipped at Jesus' feet? But so what? What is the point? You will know God when you see Him. Because He'll see everybody all at once. And if He don't see you, that ain't your wife. That ain't your bride. That ain't your church. And if I don't see that church right now, in my view, nope, still don't see it. That was never my church. So what I gotta do? I start my own church. I'm gonna call it the League of the Kingdom Ministries. What am I gonna name my school? The Body of Christ. So what is the name of the school? The League of the Kingdom Ministries. Under the Body of Christ. Why? It's a time where that church, or that church is left here, and the league will be up there looking down at all the people that didn't make it. It's judgment time. But you know what? Grace can be extended even for billions of years. Why? It takes a queen to make the decision to let her king, her queenly queen. Why? Because he will always say his queen, and she will say my king. Live forever. Respect. Give honor to whom honor is due. And that salute ain't respectful, baby. So what do? You just swipe them off the screen. Say, hey, President of the United States of America, how you do? Why? Because it's what I believe. And if I believe Jesus can talk to me like Mike Pence, then say it. If I believe like Mike Pence believes, then you ain't got no right putting me in that hospital for my faith. Because it's not really my mind on trial, but it's my faith. And if you threaten to take my kids away, or to take me away from my kids because of my faith, then you are falsely imprisoning my children. Like you put children on the internet without their father's permission, which means you broke what? Lease? Or you broke a contract? Or you broke this and you broke that? You're opening mail you shouldn't? You're exposing mail and putting it on the internet? Oh, you broke a leasing contract? Ew! Why? Ew, and you break a contract. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Professor Clump. Well, this is FBI, and quite frankly, I see that a lot of contracts is broken. And they use Kevin Brown's information to pretend to be Kevin Brown, or say Kevin Brown's incompetent and he's not here. And he said, well, I'm the one that makes sound decisions in the home, and I need that PG&E bill, and I need that East Bay mud bill, and I need that leash out of his name. I'm willing to pay whatever it takes. Well, baby, you paid the price, and you proved it. By what? Putting it on the internet. And no matter what you do, you can't delete it. I'm supposed to be in jury duty, but I can't be there, which means I can legally go to jail. Ew. But I can't be there because I was threatened that if I ever come back to the home that was stolen from me when I'm trying to see my kids, I'm going to beat your A-double-S. Be a nigga. That hurt. I have never been so disrespected in my life by that so-called whatever that he called me that. When they called him all those names, I I never call him a name. I don't care what any evil spirit is trying to put in my head. I gotta make a sacrifice. I gotta make a sacrifice so detrimental it can kill my very being. But you know what? That ain't my brother. Butterscotch chocolate, no way. Because he saluted me and laughed at me every time I needed help. That's what he get. That's what he get. He just a... Why? Why? Why did he call me that? Because that's what he think about women. All he think about is the ASS. So why does he call a man that care about every woman and every man and every child that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you got your answer. When he does you, he'll just laugh at you. That's why he got you. He got you. Why? Tell me, are you the ghost of jealousy? Ew. And who gives you the right to say my baby, she needs me? And who gives you the right to stir up family? I may be out east, but I'm coming out west. And I'm gonna get my kids and do it, and you're dead. But I ain't gonna kill you with a gun. I ain't gonna kill you with my hands. I'm gonna let the U.S. government have some fun with you. And them boys. Them boys. Them boys. Ooh, them boys. What you gonna do? That wicked family when they come for you. Guess what? Check. Mate. Solid. Rock I stand. All the ground is sinking sand. Sinking. Sinking. Sunk. He sunk. He wasn't able to stay on the runway or on the raceway or in the race. Because why? He's still back there in Oakland, California at a house he stole from. And what I mean, even though he traveled all around the United States, he never finished. So, Mr. Wilson, you are still back there where I'm going to finish where I started. And I'm going to finish what I started. I'm going to finish in Detroit, so you tell them I'm coming there too. You tell them I'm coming for them too. So when you ready, oh, you better be ready. Because you won't be able to touch me, even if you're standing right in front of me. Why? Because you're going to be in cuffs, and I'm going to be looking at you like this. Said I told you. You prayed a prayer, and guess where you're going? Yeah. I like the sound of that. My little friend, do you know the power of the light? Because the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended not. In the Spirit of the Lord moveth upon the water. Or did he walk on it? Ew, why? Because it all makes sense. But the counter sense is foolishness. Why? Because they speak the word, but don't know it. Or they know the word, but can't speak it. Or they can speak and know the word, but they don't believe it. Why? They're not in the same school. So, it is ain't Hogwarts. In my name ain't what the Dumbledore? No. I'm just the smartest person ever to figure everything out. Because I got the mind of Christ. You know what I'm saying? I told you. I'll always win. Even using your own words. But I'll never curse. I'm a Boy Scout.
2049.
Yeah.
2049.
I'm a Boy Scout. 414, do your best. Because I'm right and I'm about it. I'm right. It means I'm loud and I'm not going crazy. Because what? I'm a preacher and I'm about it. I'm about the Bible. Not church etiquette, but the Bible. So in the end, my friends, my little friends, how do you know someone's super? They stay in a prison and learn how a prison works, like Batman. And learn how the prison works. Fights to get out of that prison, like Arkham Asylum, and travel to finish the race. At the end of the day, if you do not finish, you never started. Because the finish line and the starting line is actually at the same place. Where? 9407 Cherry Street. Well, you know where I used to live. But, you know what? I'm moving to a White House. Moving to a White House. Moving to the White House. And quite frankly, whether you believe it or not, I do care. I do care. I care about what you believe and I care about what you don't believe. But you know, at the end of the day, it's all about what I believe. About myself and about this very beautiful woman who sees everything going on. And me and her are going to make some wonderful music together. And me and her are going to make duets. And the song I want to sing so badly with this woman. Diamonds and pearls. Would you rather have a boy or a girl? And I just can't stop loving you. And if I stop, just tell me just what will I do? Coming full circle. I just can't stop loving you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today's class was, what class are you? Are you in the right class? Left class or white class? White class? No. Left class or black class? No. Left class or right class? Are you on the left of Jesus, the Father and the Holy Ghost, which leads to the everlasting furnace? Or are you on the right class, which passed every test? Well, we'll let the evidence speak for itself one day. If you choose to be on the left, well, you made your choice. If you're way back in Oakland, you left. But if you're on the right, you know where you'll end up. And even if you're left there, that right person is coming back for his left wing. Because they too need to fly together and jump. We will crawl. Yeah. So we can walk again. Then we'll run until we're strong enough to jump. Then we'll fly like there is no wind. So let's crawl, crawl, crawl back to love. But we don't need to go back to love. We always did. And we'll always love each other. So, ladies and gentlemen, class. No. School is always in session. Why? Education is fundamental. So, tell me, what do you believe? Do you believe in the F you and laughter at somebody? Or do you believe you should love your neighbor as you love yourself? You never know. Just somebody watching you gets to know who they get to be. Not a teacher's aide, but the dean of the school. So,
What time you got, Jim?
class is always in session. But I need to take a break.